on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a squad from the American, the Temple Owls, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will have the ball first. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it, he let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's King. He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Yellow Jackets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Got his man downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Temple's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Clark. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Simon. Firing deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Temple lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Got the first down and more. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Stockton.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
At midfield, he's got room. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Georgia Tech had great moments a season ago. Now to look for consistency, and to do that, Brent Key has certainly bolstered the talent on this roster.
He has, and one thing Brent Key is always preaching is physicality and dominance, especially in the trenches. So that's an area, David, I expect Georgia Tech once again to be really good.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch them, their offense really evolve, and they've done a great job with blending different types of offense with a running quarterback, and it's a fun offense to watch.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Nice job rallying there by the defense. That's a play they needed to make. They're trailing. It's still early. Lots of football to be played, but that was an important down and distance in this one early.
Under fire. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Rides the back on the option, the give. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Handoff from the gun. Shakes off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Keeps it on the bootleg. Makes the catch. It's Irvin. Breaks into the open. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Temple lines up quickly.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Simon. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Temple lining up to punt it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Not much room to run. Give him one to the 7.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And they'll down this just inside the 35-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now the play fake. A little release to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Here's the pressure. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
They punted away on 4th down. Wants to return it. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's King. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He tries to take the top off. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. A quick pass to the left. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Scanning the field, it's Simon. Caught close to the marker, it's Clark. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. They're dealing with a second and long. Just keep slinging it. Caught over the middle. It's Jones. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's going to take off. Turning it on. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Owls headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. It's caught. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Play number 9 on this drive. Looking to pass, it's Simon. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Now the pitch. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Ripping through the defense.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the 5th oldest venue in college football, Bobby Dodd Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Yellow Jackets will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Back to pass, it's Simon. Swings it out to his running back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Owls, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off play action on first down. Under fire. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. There he goes. Touchdown, Owls! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's King. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And the Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Haynes. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quick strike complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And the Yellow Jackets had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down. Big guy tries to barrel in, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Worthy. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
He'll keep it himself, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Back to throw, it's Simon. Got a man, it's Jones. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. This time they'll go to the running game. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Jones. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
On target over the middle. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move.
Oh, he's got some space. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds. The Owls didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Here comes the heat. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for a man, it's Simon. It's complete to the left. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He'll pull it on the read. They'll stop him short on third down, in this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. They'll try to slam it in. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Yellow Jackets backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Makes it past the marker. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Yellow Jackets can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it on the option. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Gotta know when to give up the play. You could tell he was out of whack, out of sorts. He's had some success rushing the football today, but nowhere to go. But at the end of the play, give it up. Don't sit there and take those extra hits. Those aren't necessary. Slide on the ground. You're not getting any positive yards anyway. Save those physical hits for those 3rd down and shorts, 4th down and shorts, red zone opportunities.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Rivers. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got a man. It's Rutherford. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Yellow Jackets line it up with a 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here comes the option. Quick toss. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Great job by the back on the option.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Owls are in the hurry-up.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Bringing the heat. Took a shot as he threw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
He'll take another shot here. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Catch in the middle, it's Rivers. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. To the air, it's King. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Lining up for the PAT. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on 2nd down. Got his man. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Temple lines up quickly. They'll try to get it through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.